Hello all, this is Anupama Zawargi here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about is what you want making you feel bad on this journey to go from where you are to where you want to be. We may all have this goal list, or I've done a video on how to ask the universe for what you want, 30 things you want to do, be and have. But as you start making those lists and as you start focusing on them, sometimes you start feeling bad. So this is what I'm going to discuss in the video today. Before I start with the main topic of the video, I would just like to tell you that I am getting a lot of inquiries about personal session. So I would like to say that if you are interested in doing a personal coaching session with me online, it's going to be a paid session, and you can send an email to a newuchannel@gmail.com. I'll give the email in the description box. So if you're interested in setting that up, then you can send a mail on that and we can go ahead with that. So let's get back to our topic. It doesn't make sense actually when you think about it, that why would something that we want make us feel bad? We start talking ourselves out of, wanting that desire. So let's see a few reasons. If you are started using law of attraction to manifest your dreams. So what happens is, you are initially very excited that yes, I want this in my life. But then, as days go by and you started using the different processes and started using manifesting techniques, you realize that that desire doesn't seem to be that much fun. Actually, when you start thinking about that desire, you start feeling bad about it. So let's go. But as Abraham says, desire is always, pure desire is something that we had when we were kids, when there were no ifs and buts, and that desire always made us very excited and enthusiastic when we thought about the desire. So as we grow up, what happens? Why do we feel that this way? So let's look at the first reason. The first reason is that most of the times we start doubting our worthiness, or we start thinking, do I really deserve this? So this is, when I talk to people personally also, this is a major issue with people, We all want that new house, the new job, or if you're a student, you want to get admission to a really good institute. And these are all your goals and dreams. But somewhere deep down, you think you are not worthy of achieving those, or you feel that you don't deserve them. So this is like sort of lack of self-esteem, self-confidence, from what life has shown you so far, that you feel this way. So what you believe, there's a difference between what you believe and what you want. So unless that belief and that want matches, you are going to have this negative emotion in between. So once you are aligned to it, you believe that it is going to happen, you start feeling good. So a few things that you can do in order to increase your self-esteem, self-worth is doing the mirror exercise. So I know a lot of you are using that mirror exercise. So it helps here, because sometimes we think mirror exercise is just for self-confidence, self-esteem. But that is what changes our belief, and we start believing in our dreams and goals. And then that gap between what we want and what we believe reduces, and you start feeling good about it. So that is one reason that you don't feel you're worthy. So we need to change that. The second one is that even though you want something, you are always focused on the absence of it. So you want health in your life, but you're constantly focused on sickness. Or you want abundance, but your attention is always drawn towards scarcity. Yeah, or you want clarity in your life, but you're always confused, and things are making you more and more confused. So you are aligned with the absence of that thing that you want, not with the presence of that thing. So here you need to be aware of your thoughts. You need to use the different processes to actually be aligned to what you want, and not and take your attention away from the things that you don't want. So this is one reason. That's when you are constantly focused on the opposite of what you want, you're always going to feel bad about what you want. Okay, so this is the second one. The third one is a very common one that which happens to me also a lot, is you are always focused on the how. Now, how is this possible? I want something, but you cannot figure out a way that you are going to get it. So it's always, these things don't seem possible to you because you don't see a part to how you can achieve that, abundance, how you can achieve maybe your health, if you're having some health issues, how you can get back to that state. So these are some of the limitations that we put on ourselves, and we need to trust the universe. Universe has its own timing and its own way of doing things. So we try to dictate that. We want it to happen in a certain way that we think is the way that it should happen. So we start dictating the terms to the universe, which doesn't work. And since we cannot see the path, that how it is going to happen, we always feel that it is not going to happen. So that's why the desire causes a lot of negative feeling in you, that I want it, but I don't see any way it's going to happen, is what you keep telling yourself every time when you think of the desire. And that's why you feel bad when you see that. So here I'll give a personal example. This happened to me a couple of months back. I'm always into reading new books, and I subscribe to a lot of personal development sites and stuff like that. So there is one particular site which I have been following for a long time. I'm subscribed to that. So I keep getting things in mail every day, then or some special membership features that they have, which I have been wanting to take for a long time. So this is a US based site, so I have to pay in dollars. So, our thing is like, okay, if I pay in dollars, then I have to actually make sure that I'm using it correctly, or I am making the most out of the money that I'm paying them and stuff like that. So it was on my goal list. And I used to always think, sometimes they have an annual membership thing where they give some discount. So I used to say, okay, I'll do it when they have that discount deal again. Or maybe I'll do it when I have a couple of months, I'll take a couple of months membership. So, and when I'm free, I have more time on hand, I will make the best use of those 2 months that I subscribe to it. So this was my how, that how I'm going to do it. So, but then, because of the channels, I've got 2 channels. So because of this channel work, and I got busy with my other stuff. So this has not been on my mind lately. I just have been following their daily emails and stuff like that. But suddenly, 2 months back, I got a mail that whatever I had wanted to subscribe and pay in dollars for it is now free. So it was so shocking. And I immediately realized that this is universe's work. This was one how I would have never been able to figure out. Who would think that something you had to pay so much in dollars for would suddenly one day be free? But that's exactly what has happened. That thing got acquired by something else, and they made it a public, corporation and stuff like that. So they want to give this module free. So I was just so shocked, so happy. So, universe has this strange ways of doing things. So sometimes, if you're too much focused on the how, you miss out on the fun, you miss out on the trust and the magical journey that sometimes you have when you hand it over to the universe, that I want this, but just focus on the why and the what, and not so much focus on the how, because we really don't know. This was one instance that I have given you. I would have never guessed that I'm going to get it for free. So things like this happen. This has happened sometimes before also with me. So then you really sometimes then you suddenly come to realize that yes, how is not in your hands. So much focus on how doesn't help. So that is another reason. The next one is that you are efforting to make it happen. So it's, you are trying to connect the dots, you are just taking too much action. It's like you are just really striving, pushing hard. Even though you don't want to do something, you are always after it, some kind of thing you are doing all the time. So universe, Abraham says that universe has a way of doing things. Your inner being, that higher self that we have, will always show you a path that is a lot that is fun, that you are excited to be on. Efforting is not a path that the inner being shows all the time. So that's why so much importance is given on inspired action. So you get aligned and then you take the action, and not because we are since childhood we are always taught about efforting, right? Somebody who takes a lot of effort is like he's so hardworking, he's so hardworking is what we say all the time. We praise all the time. So we don't realize what hard work they are doing, whether that hard work is paying them or not. So here that is the difference here. So you need to be aligned first and then take the inspired action and not just keep on efforting. I love the example that Abraham gives here. Let's say you are vacuuming your home and you vacuum you take your vacuum around and you just try to vacuum each and every corner and point in your home. But you never connect the electric plug into the electricity, like into the plug board. So it's like you are just taking your vacuum, but nothing gets done. So you're like working doubly hard, but no result. So you need to, take action. And when you feel like taking action, when that action journey is also makes you happy, you are excited to take that action. That is the right action that you need to take. Sometimes, the people say that the end justifies the means, but a lot of times you realize that you achieved that goal, but you have lost so much on the way to that goal. And all those moments when you were like really didn't feel like doing it, were happy to do it. So all those things have negative impact on your life. So we need to be careful about too much efforting. And the last one is you are thinking too much about it. Sometimes we feel that we have these goals and we constantly need to think about them. So it's like and I'm sure some people also, they are just constantly talking about their goals and their this thing. So it's like always, I want this, I want this, I want this. So, even that leads to, impatience, leads to having a negative emotion about what you want. So, it's like constantly it's like as if your universe is not listening to you, or if you repeat it so many times, you feel that the universe will listen to you. So, you have to keep on showing that you want, how badly you want it. But actually, it has negative consequences. So, because it makes you frustrated, irritated, and impatient and discouraged, because you're constantly focused on just that I want this, I want this. So these are all negative emotions. And as for anything to manifest, for even just forget about law of attraction, for anything, for you to have anything in your life, you have to be happy about wanting those things in your life. So just saying that, keep repeating that, it's not going to help on this journey. So that is another reason. So here, what happens is most of the time when we actually make a list and stuff like that, we constantly, as soon as we make a list, we think that we have failed because, we want this, but it's not achieved. We want this, but it's not there. So the thing is, we need to realize that this thing, what we want, this list is never going to get done. So as soon as you finish one list, you add from that point onwards, other wants will come up. So this is an ongoing process. So we need to enjoy this process. We need to enjoy this, watching this unfolding, what action leads to what results, how it's sort of like molding the clay, as Brian calls it, So we need to, enjoy the journey as well, not just be focused on the goal. And actually once we start enjoying, we are actually attracting, because law of attraction is all about, manifestation is all about attracting things. You are not actually going to print the notes that you are going to have, you want in your life, in your bank. So they are already there, or all you are doing is attracting them. So this is something that we need to keep in mind, so that a desire, we have to go towards a desire that's a pure desire, that you are excited about, that you are anticipating it's going to come true, that you're going to trust the universe, that universe has the powers to give you that desire. So this is something, instead of talking, because generally what happens is when you start feeling bad about it, you start convincing yourself that you don't want it. So it's like people say, no, I don't want this, I don't want that new job, I'm happy where I am. So instead of actually aligning with the new desire, you sort of go back to, where you are, where you feel that this is a better place where you don't want anything. But it doesn't work that way. You're always going to want more and more things. That's what the expansion, that's what we are here in this world to do. Everything is about expansion, finding new and new things to want and enjoying the journey of going towards them. So I hope you like the video. Press the like button, share it with somebody who could use it, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.